Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a bunch of 1/64 scale cars and trucks from Greenlight. These are the hobby exclusives that I have for you, and they've got some really nice models. Tow trucks, off-road trucks, Dukes of Hazzard sort of reminiscent cars from this collection here. I'm going to show everything to you guys close up and in detail. Everything is already pre-cut and ready to open up. Some really cool thrill driver cars. These are like stunt cars that we're going to look at. I've been anxiously awaiting to open all these up and really just haven't made time. Now is the time. You're going to see all 30 cars out loose for a review on this table. Let's go ahead and take a look at all these cars in the awesome packaging, because it really is kind of like artwork. I do have a little bit of trouble opening them up, but I do keep all the card backs and just recycle the plastic blisters, so it's kind of like a little paper library of the cars. And at some point in the future, if I ever want to pair these cars up with their card backs, I could do that pretty easily again. However, they do take up a lot of space, so for that reason, that scenario is very unlikely. We've got a lot of neat cars here, all going to go onto my Plano background wall display, which is around the Diecast Museum. And these are all exclusive cars, as you can see in the top corner, the Hobby exclusives from Greenlight Collectibles. These are available from collector sort of stores, hobby shops. It's not exclusive to any one place in particular that I've found. You can also find them on eBay, and if you have a local hobby shop that sells diecasts, most likely they can get these in, and some do stock these. You're not going to find them at your big box stores like Walmart and whatnot, and they don't really cost that much more than a normal Greenlight. The main important thing to remember is they're not really part of a set, although they may have things like Hot Pursuit on the front, which is, of course, a series. This is the limited edition, so you'll often see some interesting little auxiliary pieces to add to your collection. I always forget the name of this collection here. I think I like to call it the Country Road, but anyways, it's very much a Dukes of Hazzards sort of collection without the licensing. At least that's what I like to think anyways, because the cars are all reminiscent of that time. Now, there is not a Challenger in here, but they do make Challengers elsewhere, so you can customize one to make it the General Lee. Let's get all these cars opened up now. Starting with some of the most recognizable vehicles. Here we have Dixie, 79 Jeep CJ Golden Eagle. I like the flowers around the name, of course. Pretty cool. And that's what I mean about the card back. You can just keep that. I discard the plastic. And there's really not any information on it, but if you ever want to pair them up, you can. Nice little Jeep. And let's see how it comes out of the package here. Believe that this roof is a removable item. Yes, it is. So you can see all the interior details as well. And does it have an opening hood? No, it does not. Looks to be a roller. No fingerprints, no issues at all with this little beauty. Happy to add that to my collection of Jeeps. Next up is this 73 Ford F100 muddy version. Very sure I've already opened this truck up, but it'll look great in my junkyard diorama, Sam's Salvage Yard. And there it is. Now these are all metal. Got the name of the vehicle somewhere on there as well, and the number that it was produced at is 2600, so that was number 2600 in the production line. What have we got next? How about a 75 Ford Monaco? We'll see what the police star says on the side. The badge. Hazard County, there you go. County Sheriff. So, very cool. Oh, okay, we got a bit of an issue here. Looks like the front grille just fell out. So, little spot of glue will fix that pretty quickly. Doesn't seem to be damaged in any other way, just did not get pushed in all the way, perhaps. Make note of that, and put that on the repair list. I had a bumper fall off a sheriff car not too long ago. It was this one here. Back bumper fell off in review. And just a little tiny bit of glue, and it's good as new. So there's your 31 car for this set. Another Dodge Monaco. This one's a 78 Dodge Monaco with some camouflage. I assume this one's going to be a Hazard County car as well. We'll know in a second. Ooh, it's in there. Yep, there it is. Hazard County. County Sheriff. Sheriff on the front fender. Now this one does have an opening hood. I'm not going to be picking at it because that'll just take too long. We know there's a nice little detailed motor under there. And I normally do the old knuckle on the roof to get the hood open, but that would obviously pop the cherry off. So we're not going to do that. 75 Plymouth Light. 75 Plymouth Fury. I was thinking light bars, the correct word, not cherry. Won't be popping any cherries in this video, just popping cars out of the packaging. And they're coming out nice and clean, I have to say. What does it say on the door there? Police. Got a little bit of a fingerprint, but nothing major. Nice shiny car. That one also, of course, has an opening hood because it is basically the same casting, almost as the one that we saw, with the difference of the Plymouth and Dodge front ends. Really like how Greenlight has those subtle differences to show the realism in these cars. Obviously, very realistic collection of vehicles from Greenlight. Attention to detail is quite high. The 69 Chevrolet C30 Dually Wrecker. Nice truck. I think there's a dusty version of this one out as well. Here's a clean version. It does have a cherry on top. And mud flaps. Static display on the back here, but it's quite well made. And it too is all metal with the true dualies. Of course, I don't think you can really pull any cars, but you could probably rig something up with some clothespins or something to make it look that way. And the 71 Chevy Taxi Cab. I love this casting. It's got a very detailed engine as well under an opening hood. First, we'll look at the paint. This one's pretty easy to open from what I remember. Tisdale Cab Co. 5 cents a mile. Looks really nice. And let's go ahead and open that hood. There you go. Nice little motor in there. The last one from this sort of series, although it's not really identified as a series by name on here, at least I don't think it is, no, is the 68 Ford Mustang GT. I believe this was seen in the movie Dukes of Hazzard's movie in the race sequence. And it too has an opening hood. Nice little motor under there. The 00 car. Another really clean casting. Rolls nicely. Okay, gonna make a little bit of room here, and we're gonna open up some more vehicles, including this interesting unit. I've already got one opened up, but I'm gonna add that to my military collection. So, I don't know Spanish, but some of you guys probably do and can translate that for me if you please in the comments. That would be greatly appreciated. This is the 2021 Chevrolet Silverado LT Trail Boss, and we're having trouble focusing for some reason. Z71 for my American friends, and probably most of the rest of the world. Here it is. So now I've got two of these opened up. Take a nice look at this truck. Very heavy, all metal. The cap is removable. It's got these nice little pins that hold it to the box, as you can see up near the cab. So that is pretty slick because it stays on there even upside down. It's a tough looking truck, and we've got two of them. They also come equipped with the hitch and tow hitch ball for pulling the trailers from Greenlight. Nice. Okay, since we're in a authority themed vehicle, let's open up this Hot Pursuit series. Obviously it's not a series number, but we have the Escambia County Sheriff from Pensacola, Florida. I don't know how to pronounce that. 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe police pursuit vehicle. Nice and shiny. Look at that. Got some nice Greenlight vehicles, very clean windows for the most part. And Really realistic rims on this truck as well. Tons of details. Check out the lights on it too. Very cool. And that one rolls very nicely as well. Now we've got an American Motors Taxi 1973 AMC Matador. Anything on the back here? It does. Powered by a 258 cubic inch 6-cylinder heavy duty transmission. Yep, lots of cool stuff there. Another nice shiny car. Check it out. I wanted to get a few more of these, but I refrained for now. Very cool. Make a nice little taxi collection of those. Next up, we've got a Ford RS Cosworth Escort, 1995. Pretty cool. This one has that neat little spoiler on the back. Right-hand drive. I believe it has an opening hood. Yep. Really nice detailed engine in there. Nice little car. I like it in the simple all white. You could actually add whatever livery you want to if you're a customizer. Some slide-on decals or something like that. Snow Chaser. I feel like I've reviewed this truck once before. Maybe it was a dirty version. I know that is still for sale, as are the clean ones. 84 Chevrolet K10 Scottsdale 4x4. Very cool truck. Can never have too many of these. And good thing they don't sell them at Walmart, or I'd have a horde. It's got a tonneau cover on the back. This is the only truck I've seen with this custom back piece. Perhaps it was specific to this paint color for this truck. I don't know much about Snow Chaser. It probably is a real truck. Can't get a focus on the vehicle. It might be time for a new phone camera. I was trying to read the tires there. Anyways. Cool. Oh wow, it rolls really well. And now a FDNY fire truck. Fire Department, City of New York. 86 Chevrolet M1008. That's a military designation, I believe, for these trucks. Probably repurposed for the fire brigade. And it's got a heavy-duty push bar on the front. Probably used in brush fires. Carries a tank of water by the looks of it in the back with a little pump. Hose reel. Very nice details. You got the hitch on the back. Diamond plate bumper. And there you go. Maybe I'm just moving these vehicles around too much for my camera to keep up. I don't know. I would think this one's got a plastic base, interestingly. Separately cast hood, although it doesn't open up. It's a roller. Once again, I got to make a little bit more room, and we're going to get some more trucks and cars. Space is filling up here on the table, but it's going to be a nice crowd of vehicles by the time we're done. Looking at the Jeep Gladiator J10 Golden Eagle Tribute. Nice packaging on this one as well. It's the 2020 model, and there's some information you can pause on if you're interested in the history of the Jeep Gladiator Golden Eagle. It's probably the nicest looking Gladiator I have in my collection, to be truthful. Which I always am, as you guys know. And nice gold rims on it. BF Goodrich tires. It's got a little bit of thumbprints, nothing major. Those will wipe off easily enough. Always more noticeable on a glossy black paint job, but what a nice livery. Great straight and true pinstriping. And of course that eagle on the hood. That's really nice. I wouldn't mind having one of those. In real life, 1/1 scale. We're just all over the place here, so now we're looking at a 1970 Chevrolet Nova SS. Name the Shifter Contest. Hurst-O-Matic. And it's got the... wow, we're really struggling with this focus. Apologies. on behalf of Samsung. There you go. Beautiful livery. And you can see the louvers on the side. I think that's what they are. Goodyear tires. They look to be Kreger 5-spoke rims on this SS model. Nice clear windows. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Since we'll be looking at some racing themed cars, check out this one. Astro Spiral Jump. So it must be a stunt car of some sort. Didn't do my research on these, just really liked the look of them. Ordered pretty much the full collection of them. Like, it's not really a collection, but I saw it's kind of 4 or 5 or 6 of them in a theme that I liked. Well, not this one actually. I'm thinking of the Joey Chitwood's thrill show cars, which I have 3 of. This one kind of looks like a thrill show car, wouldn't you say? So on the back, no information. Gotta get on the old Google or whatever you use to search and find information. But it sure looks nice. Javelin Jump, American Motors. Little detailed engine under the hood. Very nice round white wall tires on this car. Wow. Really good quality on all of these cars, which is nice to see. Opening up a lot of cars today and right out of the package for the first time with you guys, so it's a great way to look at them. 66 Chevrolet Corvette. I don't have too many of these in my collection, so it's nice to add one. Nice little opening hood. Joey Chitwood's Legion of World's Greatest Daredevils. Isn't that cool? Definitely going to look this up later after this video. Should have done that before the video. Oh well. I'm sure you'll all have fun looking that up as well. It looks like the front wheels are not turning, but they're in there. And we're going to need to make some room here, so push these cars back. There's the card art. Oh, here we've got some information. Awesome. There you go. George Joey Chitwood built his first race car in 1934 when he was working in a welding shop in Topeka, Kansas, after working as a shoe shiner and candy butcher. What is a candy butcher? The car was for a customer, but when its regular driver didn't show up, the owner asked Joey if he wanted to try driving it. Thusly, his long and illustrious racing career began in 1940. Wow. Cool. The Hell Drivers toured across America performing death-defying stunts for small and large crowds alike. Isn't that cool? He handed off his legacy to his son, Joey Jr., who continued to run the show for many years after his father's retirement. Until he died. No, I don't know. That wasn't part of it. Hopefully he's still out there doing it. That would be pretty cool. Definitely going to look that up. Probably on YouTube somewhere. 67 Chevrolet Camaro. So he had a fleet of different cars, apparently, that Joey and Joey Jr. drove, or maybe continue to drive. #1 in every way. Very cool. This one has an opening hood too, but... Oh, yeah. You almost got it. Oh, well. Moving right along, one more Joey Chitwood thrill show car is the 67 Chevrolet Impala. Be a pretty heavy car to throw around, I would think. And I really love the stripes with the stars and the banner on the side. All matching. Again, we got another opening hood here. Knuckle treatment. Well, there we go. It's got some spring to it. See if I can prop it open long enough to look under the hood. There it is. Okay. Another nice rolling car. And again, all these cars have white wall tires. And they're all very well rounded around the wheel rim. There's no lopsided white wall tire lines that we often see on this scale of cars from multiple manufacturers. Once again, got to make some room, and we've got about 10 more cars to look at. The She Country Mustang, Goodrow Ford. Be one of the select few to own a She car from She Country. 67 Ford Mustang Coupe. I believe there was a pink version of this car as well. I know nothing about this either. Oh, Tons of information. I'll spare you the big read. You can pause on this if you want. Got to keep this video moving, but there you go. I just really like this color Mustang. Thought it was quite authentic looking, probably to the year that the car was made. And decent white walls. You can see how that one's a little lopsided. Well, you could. You were able to for a second. But it's not bad. It's not terrible. So, focus is way off here. Probably have the camera tilted up too high. Too much stuff going on in the background, and you would just think that with this car taking up most of the field of view, the camera would be intelligent enough to stay on the task at hand. Either way, another nice rolling Mustang. I want to keep the camera up at this angle because it's nice to see all the cars in the background. And we are catching enough focus that I think I can make it work, at least for a second here and there. So here's a really nice Indianapolis Motor Speedway 78 Chevrolet Corvette. It's got a generic background on it. They often make these Indianapolis 500 sort of packagings, but different on the front, of course, to reflect the car. And this one also has an opening hood. It's pretty clean. It will get a little buff up to make sure that it's nice and perfectly clean. Second annual Indianapolis 500 mile race. Wow. I don't think that says second. It's got to be more than the second. 62nd. There you go. Oh, look at that. Another nicely detailed engine. Really like the interior on this car. Two-tone. It's got a silver metallic with a black dashboard. Matches the exterior of the car perfectly. And really nice independent taillight lenses on all of those. They're not painted. They're actual taillight lenses by the looks of it. Another nice rolling car. Okay, while we're looking at Indianapolis, we've got one more car from that. This is one I believe I've reviewed prior to. But oh well. 86 Chevrolet El Camino. And this is from the 1986 race. Oh, we've got a different back. So it shows the winner. It's not generic. It shows the winner for each year. 1978, 1986. So there you go. Those are the winners of the particular year, and these are the pace cars, or perhaps there's something else. I don't know if this is a pace car. Official truck, it says. It's funny they call an El Camino a truck, but it was kind of like a truck car, isn't it? It's got the pickup bed, and we don't see El Caminos made anymore. The last one I can think of was the Chevy SSR, which is more of a truck than a car. But drives like a car, size of a truck. This one was a pretty good size vehicle. I think they would be considered mid-size for the 80s. By today's standards, this would be about the size of a full-size car, even though it's only a two-door. And I really like the livery on this car and the accessories that it comes with. A little light bar. I did pick up a couple of those. Okay, Highway Patrol. And this one comes with a little sheriff figure. This one's a Miho exclusive. 69 Chevrolet C30 dually wrecker. So we got another dually wrecker here. Nice little landscape shot of, I assume, whatever state this truck is from. Will it say what state it's from? I don't know. Let's take a look. Nope. Well, maybe. Maybe it's on the door. I can't read that. California Highway Patrol. There you go. Well, the camera worked well there. Thank you, camera. Nice big bush bar on the front, or push bar. And all metal. This is quite a heavy truck. So we'll go right next to the other one that we had. A nice thumbnail for this video. Two classic tow trucks. And we've got the operator of that truck as well. Really well detailed. He's got sunglasses and badge on his shoulder and all sorts of stuff. So nice rolling truck as well, even with all 6 tires. Got a bit of a jump in the back axle, but nothing too bad. And we are down to the last 6 vehicles. I have another Indianapolis 500 vehicle right there, actually. Why don't we check that one out? It is the May. Oh, it's a 1986 as well. So same year as this official truck, but I would say this is more of an official truck. It is an official truck. It actually says so right on the door. Silverado So yeah, it's gonna have the same back, I believe. Yeah, that's what I meant by generic, I guess, in some cases. It's not exactly the same. This one's got a black banner on the bottom, and this one doesn't. So no hologram on this vehicle. Some companies, automotive companies, request that the cars be authenticated with their hologram symbol, I've noticed. So it's got some information on the bottom. I think that's just, again, the door. 70th Indianapolis 500. Okay, very cool. Nice looking truck. Very nice looking truck. There you go. So we've got a lot of trucks coming out here. The two pickup trucks side by side. Quite a difference in trim level on those two trucks, wouldn't you say? And while we're looking at Chevys, let's go on over to Conrail. This is some sort of police railway authority. Probably chasing after trespassers and train jumpers. 81 Chevrolet C10 Custom Deluxe. Ooh, Custom Deluxe. That's nice. What do you get on the Custom Deluxe package? You get a tonneau cover. White tonneau cover, interestingly. Love these wheels. These are great old dog dish hubcap wheels. And those would be great to hold on to, a bunch of those for customizing purposes, to put them on other vehicles. Looks like the tire's just a little bit off the rim on this wheel here. And now we're all fixed up. Very cool. Nice, authentic light bar. Again, we're running out of room here. So much stuff. Roll test complete. We've got another Conrail truck. It's also a police vehicle. It's a 1990 GMC Jimmy with its cousin, the Chevy Blazer. This is the K9 unit. Let's check it out. Nice, shiny truck once again with an actual phone number. Go ahead and give them a call and see what they're up to. Conrail Police. I wonder if that number actually goes to them or not. Oh, look, that piece comes off, and you got the jump seat where the dog lays down. Would have been nice if that came with a little doggy. I mean, this one came with a policeman. Not this truck, but a little dog to go with the K9 vehicles. Another nice roller. Look at that. And just because I didn't mention this cardboard box for the tow truck. It's just packaging, so. 3 cars left. Oh, we've got another El Camino. Let's go on over to the El Camino before we look at these last 2 vehicles. This is the IROC S and 85 International Race of Champions car. Cool. There you have the back. National Race of Champions. Champion Racers. Another really well-equipped vehicle. I can see the back bumper has fallen off. It's not the end of the world. Again, these things do happen in shipping sometimes because they're just held on with those little tiny pins. You can kind of put it on for the review. Kind of. SS. Are those tailpipes coming out at the bottom? They are. It's got side pipes coming out ahead of the rear wheel. It also has the tailpipes molded into the cast base, but this car probably had some pretty custom looking exhausts. Nice custom paint job. And if we're going to do a side-by-side comparison, different hoods, but otherwise it's got kind of that same interesting back equipment bar, roll bar, or whatever. Very well done. We'll just go ahead and put the bumper in the back for now. For the project repair mission, a Hell Drivers car, World's Fair. Come see the Hell Drivers at the New York World's Fair, 1964 to 65. Do they still do that? Dodge D100, brought to you by JK Productions and King Kovaz. An auto thrill show featuring stunt drivers on a unique banked figure 8 auto track layout. And look, there's a stamp, 5-cent stamp. Wow, crash rollover contest. So this truck probably got totaled in that. 4-car bumper tag, wing ski jumps, and a crash rollover. Wow, bumper tag. That'd be fun. 66 Dodge. Big heavy truck. Beautiful lines on that roof. And I love the front grills on these trucks. Again, we got some pretty nice white walls. All the details. You got the hitch on the back. Very heavy casting. This is one of Greenlight's older castings. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a wobble, but it rolls well. Last car. Thanks for sticking around with me if you've made it this far. 1955 Cadillac Fleetwood Series 60. Looks a bit like Elvis's Cadillac. Very cool. Named after the Fleetwood Body Company of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, where they were originally produced. I did not know that. It's just a beautiful car. Massive car in real life. And even because of scale. Greenlight's authenticity with scale. This car dwarfs other cars in length. And it does not fit on the plane of wall. So they have their own spot in my museum, which I will show you after this review here. Just a quick little walk to the Greenlight Museum. I won't be placing all these cars with you today. It just take too long. But I will show you where my Fleetwood Cadillacs live. And a quick tour of the basement while we're there, I guess. It's a nice rolling car. Very cool collection. Really happy with this lot. 30 cars. About $500 worth of vehicles here. Well worth it. If you're after those, happy hunting, of course. Now let's go over to the museum. We'll just do one pan over of all these cars. I'm going to park them all nice and arrange them, sort of thing. One final look at all these awesome vehicles. Nicely arranged in the parking lot. And here they are. Just going to do one big pass over of all these sweet rides before they get sorted and put into the display walls. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Which series do you guys like to collect as well? That's always nice to know. I have lots more to share with you guys. There's still tons of Greenlight left to open. I've also got a whole bunch of M2 that I picked up at Walmart the other day. M2 is making some very nice products these days. I mean, they always have, but quite a nice assortment, including and especially the trucks. Still waiting to get my hand on the dually trucks, the big Chevy 4-doors, I believe they are. Haven't seen any yet, and the ones on eBay are just way too expensive for me at the moment. I think they're asking like $60 each or something. Just seems like a little bit too much. So what have we got left on the floor? Norman Rockwell. There's the M2 behind it. A few random bits and bobs. Pikes Peak. Showroom Floor Series 1 and 2. Starsky and Hutch. That's part of the Hollywood series. That's an old one. And that's my chair creaking, in case you're wondering. Some Hobby Shop. Battalion series. And the Shell Special Edition. Some more Norman Rockwell. Some just a bunch of stuff. We'll probably open up a whole bunch again in the future. They're long videos, but I need to clear the space because I got lots of other things I want to film as well. There is cars lining up everywhere. Auto World, Matchbox, Hot Wheels, the year by year, vintage stuff. Really hoping this year I can make good on the decision to do the Matchbox year by year, but at this rate, I don't know, guys. I just don't know. Sam's Salvage Yard, we're going to take a visit over here again soon, I'm sure. Speaking of which, I did dig out the tow truck that I thought this version was dirty. Hazard County. It turns out it's not Hazard County. It's a similar paint job. I'm not sure which release that was from anymore. I have to go back in time and check my old videos to figure that out. Or do a quick Google search. Okay, let's go find out where we're going to put this Cadillac. It's the one vehicle I think, well, actually these ones probably won't fit either. Those are huge. The vehicles that won't fit the plane okay. So we're going to go for a roll into the Diecast Museum and see where it goes. As we exit the Hot Wheels portion of the museum, mostly Hot Wheels on the wall in there, we're taking our Cadillac out here. I wanted to show you guys this wall. It's a little bit dimly lit over here. I do apologize. I've been adding some interesting vehicles to this wall. It's kind of cool. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. slowly filling up that portion because there's really nowhere else left in the basement where there's wall space. So that I've designated for chase cars and just interesting vehicles that I really like the packaging in. And of course, now we're into the rest of the museum. Got a few things to sort, but this is the big shelf where the Cadillacs go. And look at, there's one that looks very, very similar. So these are all my Cadillacs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 of those. Okay, so it's only the number 7. What is the difference here? This was the Elvis release Cadillac, I do believe. Is it possible they've just re-released this car with a different packaging? Interesting. Yeah, the cars look identical. Maybe the license plates are different? Does it have a license plate? 2D33501. Aha! They've just re-released it. Oh my, it's getting dusty. Gotta get the duster can out here. Looks like we're getting some dust on the cars. Okay. Well, we've got 2 identical pink Cadillacs now. Can never have too many pink Cadillacs.